Arsenal been offered Jamie Vardy? Yes, people, welcome back to another Arsenal transfer news video. As always, if you do not want to miss daily Arsenal transfer news vids, this is the place where you have to subscribe down below on my new road to 5,000 subscribers, and importantly hit the notification button so you never miss a future video on this channel. And please let me know your thoughts in the comment section regarding Jamie Vardy. Let's get straight into the tweet brought today by Kyler News on Twitter, stating this: exclusive, Arsenal are concerns with Gabriel Jesus' fitness / injury for the forthcoming season and are looking at short-term loan options for a striker. Jamie Vardy's been offered to the Gunners from Leicester City. Now this one, I'm scratching my head. Genuinely, this doesn't really make sense to me. Of course, we know that Jamie Vardy's been linked away from Leicester, and Newcastle has been the club most probable he'll be going to. He doesn't want to play at the Championship. He's a bit too old now anyway, and I think, to be honest, he's past it. Why would Arsenal go for him? For me, it makes no sense. It's a head scratcher. Some might sit there and go, you know what, short term, bring Jamie Vardy in. He's going to have a bit of a personality. Could be a potential option. You know he's got goals in his game. Why not? But for me, it makes absolutely no sense. It's a bigger detriment than it is a positivity. Now, fortunately, this is the only real journalist I've heard this from. I don't really think it's credible. I don't think it's going to happen. I just released this story because obviously I keep you guys up to date with Arsenal news, and this is what has been circulating yesterday. It's from Kyler News. But it just doesn't make sense to me. Not one part of my head thinks, you know what, Jamie Vardy would be a good option. Now, also looking at a short-term striker potential on loan does make sense. As I've said before, Gabriel Jesus' availability has been suspect. And what have we seen today? Those of you that watched the Burnley vs Man City match, Haaland just scored 2 goals. Once again highlighting how important it is to have a striker that gets you goals. Now, with or without Gabriel Jesus in the team, whether it's Havertz, whether it's Jesus, even whether it's Trossard or Nketiah down the middle, none of those 4 players are going to get you 20 goals a season up front. Meaning we're going to need some kind of striker. The problem is, the real goal scorers out there will cost at least 70-80 million. If you want to get a 20 plus goal a season striker, you're dropping at least 78 to 80 million. I mean, United just bought Rasmus Højlund, right? And he cost 70 million. He only scored 9 goals in Serie A last season. Do you get what I mean? This is the type of scale we're looking at. So, to get a short-term striker on loan, for me that sounds like a plan B striker. Someone that you can lob in there and will be a bit of a target man. An Olivier Giroud type striker. And I would not be against that. On a 1-season loan, see what happens from there. Maybe like someone that can come off the bench, roll the dice a little bit. I think that's a good opportunity and strategy from Arsenal. So, the thinking's right, the execution's wrong. Because that man should not be Jamie Vardy. This isn't 2016. Jamie Vardy had the opportunity to come to us after he won the league with Leicester City and snubbed us. Turned us down. We don't need him now in 2023, 7 years later, where he's way off his best, way past it. Obviously hasn't taken care of his body because he's nowhere near the fitness or athleticism he was at in his prime days at Leicester City. So you got to sit there and go, let him stay there, man. Or if Newcastle want him, let Newcastle take a gamble on Jamie Vardy. Plus, look, I don't think Jamie Vardy is necessarily a locker room menace, but he does bring an extra bit of fire into the locker room, a bit of firework personality. We don't need that right now. I think the locker room is very settled. Arteta's done a fantastic job, a magnificent job in removing the personalities. When I say removing personalities, I don't mean we've got a dead locker room. But you know what I mean? The explosive characters, the Aubameyangs, for example. Someone that would be a little bit raucous, maybe rock up to training late, come very flamboyant, wearing gold and chains, etc. In his gold-plated, Yanimized Lamborghini. He got rid of that. He wanted players that, yes, have personality, but are more vigilant, are more mature in that sense. Jamie Vardy does not exhibit those characteristics. He's a man that does whatever he wants when he wants. And I don't think that fits with the Arteta military regiment that he's got around this football club. So, for me, I wouldn't go anywhere near Jamie Vardy with a barge pole. I respect everything he did. Congratulations for winning the Premier League and obviously his record he got in scoring in consecutive games. But he can stay at Leicester for all I care. The fact Arsenal are looking at a potential short-term loan striker, that does excite me though. I think that is something we should be looking at as a potential option. Here's now where you need to be smart in the window, right? Now for me, I do think Arsenal needs a top striker. I think every single Arsenal fan agrees with that. But we understand that to get a top striker, he is going to cost 70-80 million, as I said earlier in the window. That's not the type of capital we've got available right now. Our liquidity is quite low. And we heard from Fabrizio Romano that in order to sign David Raya, we bought him on loan because we wanted to skate the FFP allegations and we want to skirt those potential problems that could arise from that. So if we want to sign a striker, that's got to be next summer. And for me, I'm not against us signing a top draw striker next summer and spending the vast majority of our budget on that potential player. But I still do think we need a striker right now. And I think a lot of Arsenal fans agree with that. So this is where you've got to be a little bit smart, be a bit astute with your purchases. Identify any options on the market where a plan B striker could be available on loan. A striker that potentially isn't happy where they are. Loans have been a big part of football since COVID. Obviously, loans were only really used for academy players and young players, they want to give experience. But ever since COVID, because a lot of clubs have had less money available right now and have wanted to defer purchases to another day, they've used a loan to buy strategy and loan with option to buy strategy a lot. Even Tottenham, when they signed Pedro Porro, it's a loan to buy opportunity. Also signing David Raya, it's a loan this season with an option to buy next season. So why not look at a striker like Vlahovic, for example, on a loan to buy option? That could be something serious that Arsenal could do. Obviously, it allows us to skirt the FFP allegations this season. And if we like him, we test him for a season. Signing the season after, that could be a real viable option for Arsenal Football Club. So, for me, I think that's what Arsenal should be doing. Don't spend a lot of capital this summer on a striker. Instead, look at potentially bringing a loan option. A loan with an option to buy a striker. That's what I think Arsenal should be doing. But do look at a proper goal scorer. Because once again, as I said, I watched the game today. Man City beat Burnley 3-0. When I'm releasing this video, it will be the day after. Haaland was the difference maker. He is that goal scorer. He's that lethal finisher in the box. And for all the good stuff we did last season, we haven't got a lethal finisher at this football club. And I want this club to win the league so badly. I've not seen my club win the Premier League. I was 2 years old when we did it. I don't remember anything. The only thing I've seen my club win has been FA Cups and Community Shields. I want to see my club win the Premier League and Champions League. But I fear in order for that to happen, we need a lethal striker up front. We need a striker that you can count on getting 20 plus goals. And it's not you gambling your mortgage away for it. It's you with confidence, with chest going, my striker will score 20 goals a season. If Harry Kane or Erling Haaland scores 20 plus goals a season, you're not sitting there debating it going, oh, how'd that happen? That's a good season for Harry Kane. That's as it is, that's baseline. That's expected of players like that to get 20 goals. It's all about, can you hit 30 in a season? That's what you're looking at. For Arsenal, there's not a single player that's scored right now that has scored 20 goals a season. That should be the benchmark. I've set players like Saka that benchmark to hit. Let's see if he does so. But you're going to need a proper number 9 in the team as well. And someone that can really take the reins and get you a goal on a consistent basis. Where if the ball falls to them in the box, more often than not, the back of the net is bulging from it. So you got to look at it from that sense and think Arsenal do need a proper striker in my opinion. And I hear the fans that go, I like the fact that Arsenal spread out load across all their players. And I 100% agree. I love the fact that Odegaard will chip in with double digits. Same with Martinelli, Saka, Trossard potentially, Jesus, etc. as well. I love that. But at the same time, you need to spread the load, but you also need that one clinical finisher up front to be the majority goal scorer. That's just my thoughts on it. So I'd love the fact that if Arsenal go looking at a potential striker this summer, I understand that it won't be an outright purchase and it might not be a top dog striker, but if we can even bring in a loan option striker with a potential to buy next summer to appease the club we're buying them from, that would be a really good option for me. There's options on the market. Vlahovic is available, as I've said. Why not on a loan to buy option? Try and tempt Juventus. See if something can happen there. We know Juventus are trying to sign Lukaku, for example. So they probably will need to offload Vlahovic. So something like that could happen. Let's see. As always, make sure you subscribe if you're new around here on my road to 5,000 subscribers. I appreciate everyone that's subscribed on my road to 4,000, by the way. Just hit that milestone. It's really nice to see. The Arsenal match is coming up in just a few hours. So if you want to see the preview, now is the time to watch it. Become a channel member. It's the first link in the description. Then as soon as you become that, check out the video right here on the channel. We talk about all the key battles between Arsenal and Nottingham Forest heading into the game later today, which I cannot wait for. Also, make sure you stay tuned and hit the bell notification because I will be live streaming straight after that game on this channel and you do not want to miss it. I appreciate you guys all for tuning in. Drop a like down below so this video gets out to more people in the algorithm and I hope to catch you all in my next one. Take care.